Here we have this is second adolescent incident in schools. The other day there was this 8-year-old who has a rap sheet. He says, you better call the police in one time. He spits, he hits, he kicks, he does everything else. And he has gone to the station a couple of times and so on. And now we have today a 6-year-old took a pistol to school. It's alleged it fell down discharged. 3 persons were wounded, including himself. Nothing serious. And so, what to do? I remember working in Oakland doing my recycling, and this young boy, he's about 10 or under. He pulled a gun out of his waist and said, "Give me that motorcycle." I was riding a motorcycle. So I quickly saw it was a toy gun, so I went to his parents. I told his mom, I said, "Your son just committed his first." I'm saying that I might be the first person he tried it. He might have tried it with other people, young boys like himself or whatever. He's just committed his first armed robbery. She was upset, like she don't want to hear with it. Just go from here, in other words, and leave me alone. But I was trying to help her so she would start working and then looking out for him to be a crook. So these kids, I mean, they're gonna look at it like, is he aware? Did he intend to kill? Is he aware? Is this a criminal act or is just a childish kind of crime prone to bad and therefore he should just get his hand slapped and go home? But you see, these kids, I believe, they know exactly what a gun does. They go for this gun because they know it can do you something serious. They may not understand life after death or all that kind of stuff that people talk about, but they know that you're going to get harmed seriously, going to stop you, and perhaps you can wear that box. They don't understand much more, but they know that. I think that's enough. But then on the other hand, they may not be lying and trying to cover it up and giving excuses. They're going to come straight up and confess and tell you the truth, which is a normal thing with childhood. And so maybe this would be a reason then why they may not want to, throw his butt in jail. However, I think that, it might not be that the gun fell down because these guns have this safety feature. And the hammer has to come back. No, except when it fell, the hammer came back. But then a small tap on the head may not discharge that rung or the rungs or whatever. So, what's happening today? We have people doing drugs, kids born, mentally ill, addicted to all this drugs and whatever. Then there's no authority, they don't get spanked, so they don't have no respect for authority. Teachers in school can't exercise no authority, you just have to persuade them and hope that they're going to just stop. And it's dangerous. In Georgia, this young boy telling this guy parked his car by a store, waiting on somebody in the store, giving him a speech. And because the guy probably ignored him, he find that he hadn't been respected or given respect that he deserved, so he pulled out the gun and shot him. And these young people are doing some stuff. I've been robbed several times in the community, but by, under 16 years old kids. And when it's 2 or 4 or 5, you can't win. They're going to do you. They have a weapon when they do it a lot of times, maybe a knife or a big stick or something. And they know in numbers they're going to win. Furthermore, if it's even one, I try to negotiate and try to get it done, peacefully, because what's going to happen is that if you start to choke his neck, somebody can call his parents and they're going to pick up the gun straight up and come out and start knocking you up. So that the bikes I used to have, maybe worth $15. So I say, you know what, it's cheaper, let them take that bike then. I have to go to jail because the next thing when you beat them up and everybody in the community said you were wrong and you attacked them, you're not going to go to jail, but you might go to a mental institution. So you need psychiatric help. And in my case, they'll give me the works. Jail, mental health. They just want to screw me around, so I just got to be careful. But something got to be done with these young folks. It's getting real bad, and parents aren't getting wiser yet to see that their actions sometimes lead these kids to develop these mental illnesses and to be evil, because they do all these drugs and they don't take care of their health and prenatal care and so on. And then as soon as they're born, they hand them over to Halloween or to voodoo and so on. So it's big, it's weird. So we need to find a way to solve this youth problem. I mean, I have some suggestions, but I'm not going to venture them at this time because nobody wants to hear that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe things will stop on their own, at least. But it ain't happening in Greece, and it ain't happening in other civilizations. So we'll see.